And let's make sure. Queen, did you see? I want to make sure you can see my screen. Do you see my cursor moving? Yeah, I see it now. Okay. All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, we don't take it lightly that so close to major holidays that you've taken time out of your busy schedule to visit with us. So this puts a little more pressure on us, right, to deliver the goods. We're going to spend about 75 minutes or so with you on this evening. And then we'll have an optional Q&A. What we're going to do tonight is we want to put a few marketers in the hot seat. So what I've just done is I've grabbed a few of your links. I'm not even necessarily going to mention your name. If I do, I'll only mention the first name so that we won't embarrass anyone. And the whole purpose of this is to see how marketers are marketing. Now, we're all probably aware that the majority of folks that are marketing, whatever it is they're marketing, are struggling, okay? Most people are not making money marketing what they're marketing. And some stats suggest that as much as 95% of those in our marketing space, no matter what the niche is within the marketing space, are struggling. And so what we want to do is we want to analyze how are people marketing? Because if those numbers are true, and I don't know the exact numbers, but it's, the failure rate is very high, obviously, in any business, our industry notwithstanding. The failure rate is going to be high, period. But in our industry, what happens is we have folks that have maybe never been entrepreneurs, maybe have been, maybe they've worked for someone else, and now they come and they have a business from home, and maybe they're doing everything by the internet, and there's nobody looking over their shoulder. There's no accountability in many cases, and we're expecting people that were not brought up necessarily as entrepreneurs to obviously put on an entrepreneurial hat. And in some cases, we're expecting people to learn a whole new skill set, that being, how do you recruit, how do you sell, and then you got to figure out how you do all of that with the internet. And how do you do all of that now with mobile? When I first got in this industry 20 plus years ago, we didn't do anything by the internet, and mobile certainly wasn't a player. Now it is. So we want to look at how people are marketing and give you some suggestions so that you market what you're marketing better. All right. So that you get more leads, more sales, and get more recruits. So let's go right to it. Give me a moment here. I tell you what, before I move away from this, let me kind of give you a couple of quick stories, and then we'll get into the hot seat. All right, so I first got in this industry in 1994. I struggled like most people the first few years. Finally started to see some daylight about the early 2000s. And I remember I met a gentleman. We were at a network marketing event. We were in the same company. Up to that point, we had never met each other. And it was interesting. We were starting to have our first little successes in the industry. I think with that particular offer, we were promoting a telecom offer. This was still when telecom was big in network marketing. And for the first time on my team, we were starting to see a little success. In about a 9-month time frame, we had built our team to about 500, and we had never built anything to that size before in terms of the number of affiliates on our team. So I was feeling pretty good about myself. And I met this gentleman at an event, and he had a team of about 1,000 with that same company, and he was doing everything on the internet. And at that point, the only thing I ever did on the internet was take an application. I didn't know anything about marketing. He invited me to a series of web classes or webinars that he was doing, teaching people what he was doing at that time on the internet. And I couldn't figure out why he was offering these trainings, because he was doing it for free. I wasn't on his team. And it just, I didn't get it. All right. Well, some time went by, and we developed a really good relationship. And later on, I found out that his marketing technique was not to lead with his network marketing opportunity. He didn't lead initially with his network marketing opportunity. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that. And what would happen is he would provide all this value for folks. He would lead them to maybe an ancillary tool or resource. and say, hey, here's a tool I'm using in my business, and here's a resource over here I'm using in my business. And at the time, I didn't understand how all that worked. And so whenever he led us to a tool or resource, it would be an affiliated product or an affiliated service to help us to build our business. Okay. Now he was getting some commissions from those affiliated buckets, and he probably over time, I got pretty close to him over time. He had about 4 or 5 buckets that each of them were producing somewhere between $800 to $1,000 a month, or collectively for many people a full-time income without ever leading with his network marketing company. Then what would happen is when someone that was following his webinars would run into challenges with their network marketing company. Maybe their company went away, maybe they got disenchanted, a whole myriad of things that could have happened. They would then go to him and say, hey, I'm going to give him a fictitious name, Coach John. I'll call him Coach John. That's not his name. Hey, Coach John, what are you promoting? And as a result, what would happen is he would pipeline it with all of these folks that loved him, loved his teaching, loved his training, loved the value that he was giving to them. He never pushed off his network marketing opportunity. He would generate revenue in the meantime with these ancillary products and services and tools and resources that he would recommend to his audience. And then people would ultimately come to him and say, hey, what are you doing? What are you promoting? And by that time that people came to him, they were joining him, not the offer. It didn't really matter what he was promoting because they had bought him. And so I saw him over this last decade, virtually every company that he would go into, he would become in the top 3, top 5 recruiters in that particular company because of those seeds that he sowed so long ago. All right, but I didn't get it. I kept leading with my network marketing opportunity. I didn't get it. 3 years ago, let's go back. 2008, 2009, I come online. I meet a gentleman who had come online just a little bit earlier than I had done. And then we lost contact. And about 3 years ago, we reestablished contact. And I was amazed to see how far his business had come. Now, I had several big wins in network marketing since that time. All right. But boy, his business had just completely transformed. Major 7-figure earner, maybe even grossing 8 figures, maybe 10 million a year or more. Okay, I know multiple 7 figures, and it turns out that in kind of saying, man, what in the heck did you do in your business? Well, what he did is what most of us did initially. Is we focused on the offer, we focused on network marketing, we focused on, whatever the offer happens to be. And that didn't quite work out for him. And then he got into high ticket sales. He figured, okay, this whole team building thing is not quite working out as well as I'd want. This whole elusive residual income, I can recruit them in, I can build a team, but then I start losing people because they start chasing the shiny object syndrome. So people join my organization, they're there 60 days, 90 days, and then something new pops up, and now they go to that, and so on and so forth. All right. So he got tired of that. He said, well, let me go to high ticket. Let me start selling stuff that's $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, so that when I sell a $10,000 product, I get a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 commission. He thought that was the answer. And guess what? That wasn't quite the answer either. And then, and I don't know if it was a mentor or what have you, then he totally shifted his business to where instead of leading with a high ticket offer, leading with his network marketing offer, he would lead in with something that all marketers, no matter what their stripes, no matter what they were promoting, would find value in. And that completely revolutionized his business. Now, I heard about that 3 years ago, but I've got a thick head. I'm very stubborn. All right. I didn't change anything. I kept doing what I was doing because what I had been doing had been working for me. Just leading with my network marketing opportunity offer. And then a few months ago, I was leading, we were promoting a specific offer. We built a team of about 30,000 folks in very short order. This was a company that was in pre-launch. And unfortunately, that company has not done what they said they were going to do. So 5 months into it, 6 months into it, 30,000 folks into it. Gosh, they're not doing what they said they were going to do. If anyone has ever just gotten frustrated, if you've had a company let you down, in your questions box, put me. Me, I've been let down. Companies let me down. That's me. Been there, done that. It's kind of frustrating. Maybe even contemplated just writing this whole marketing thing off. Maybe some of you did. Look at all those me's. Okay. All right. So it's with that we finally, after a decade of one of my buddies showing this model to me and my head being thick, and after 3 years of another one of my buddies showing me this and being thick, we finally came to the conclusion that we are better suited, instead of leading with my network marketing offer, is coming to the marketplace and saying, hey, what are you promoting? Let me help you get more leads. Let me help you get more sales. Let me help you get more recruits for whatever it is that you're promoting. So that's why tonight I'm not here to promote any specific network marketing opportunity or offer. When we talk about network marketing companies, it's only because we've got some folks in the hot seat. So here's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to take a look at how folks are marketing, and we're going to see if there's some mistakes that they're making, so that one, they can start correcting those mistakes, and two, so that you don't make those same mistakes in your marketing. So let's go. All right, so let's go here. All right, so someone put in here their particular offer. So let's take a look real quickly at what they're offering. Pet Protector, flea and tic-tac prevention protection for pets. All right, so this it certainly looks like a network marketing opportunity. I see where it says opportunity here. I'm going to run here real quickly, just get a sense. Earn with Pet Protector, 15-day trial. Okay. Ruby, I hope you don't mind, because your name is showing there. So Ruby, I'm going to ask you a question. I see here, Ruby, that someone can do a free trial here. If they put in their name and their email address, Ruby, do you get that information? If they put in their name and email address, where does that go? If somebody puts in their name and email address, where does that go? And Queen, I might need you to come in and out as I'm asking some marketers questions, and to assist me. Okay, so let me know if and when Ruby answers. Okay, so now, if we take a look, so Ruby is promoting Pet Protector. Now, one of the challenges that we see here is I don't see on the front end where Ruby is collecting the lead. I don't see on the front end where Ruby is collecting the lead. Okay, all right, so Ruby is saying that when someone goes over here to opportunity, when somebody comes here and they put their information in, that Ruby is not the one collecting this lead. Ruby is not the one collecting this lead. Does anybody see a problem with that? Ruby, thank you for allowing us to leverage this here, okay? All right, in your questions box, someone tell me, what's the problem here? What's the problem? What happened to my questions box? I can't, there we go. Okay. Yeah, the company has Ruby collecting leads for the company. Look, I want you to understand this, that what the mistake that most marketers make is they put the cart before the horse. Now, in the U.S., that's a common phrase. Not all of you are from the U.S., so let's make sure you understand what that means if that's not a phrase you've ever heard of, okay? Let's give it in marketing terms. The cart in marketing terms would be your offer. It would be that thing that you're promoting. That's the cart, okay? If you put the offer, if you put the cart before the horse, the whole idea is that the horse is supposed to drag the cart. It's supposed to get the cart to where you want to go, all right? But if you put the cart before the horse, guess what? You're not going to have much success. The horse, so what is the horse? The horse, ladies and gentlemen, is not the offer. It's not 100% commission. It's not a high ticket commission. The horse, what we really want to focus on, all right, is a responsive list. Okay? A responsive list is paramount. There are two major components to your business. It's you. Nobody can control you but you. All right? You want to always work on you, meaning some personal development, some spiritual growth so that you get better. All right? So that you get better, because that will begin to show up in your business. All right? And your following. This is your business, not your offer. Offers come and go. Carts come and go. Carts are interchangeable. What you want is a strong horse. And that horse is your responsive list. So the majority of your time, effort, energy, resources should go not to the cart, but to the horse, the responsive list. So what we want to always make sure we're doing is we are doing things that's going to help us to build and then to cultivate a responsive list. So the first thing that jumps out at me here is if Ruby is leading in with this, she's not building her most important asset outside of herself. All right, because her business is her and her following, you and your following. Okay, so you're always working on you. All right, and then your following. All right, so outside of you, the most important business asset that you have is a responsive list. So there's no lead capture here. All right, so that's a challenge. And then the lead capture that there is here, Ruby is saying she doesn't get the lead. The company gets the lead. So now think this through. Think this through. Ruby's on Facebook and she's sending out her link. And someone goes to the link and they even get to this point, which was very hidden, by the way. And they put in their name and their email address. And it's not Ruby that's getting that most important asset. It's Pet Protector or whoever the name of the company happens to be. Okay? So we don't want to do that. Now, I'll give you a solution, Ruby, in just a little bit. All right? I'll give you a solution where you can still promote Pet Protector, but so I don't want anybody to stop promoting what they are promoting after tonight's webinar. I just want you to change how you promote what you're promoting. Don't stop promoting what you're promoting, especially if you're passionate about it and you feel good about it and you love the product or the compensation or what have you. But I want you to change how you are promoting. All right, so let's look real quickly at a couple things here. All right, on this particular page. All right, so our marketer sends their prospects directly to the company page. I could also call this the offer page. All right, why don't we want to do that? Because we want to capture the lead, so we control the lead. And what I mean by controlling the lead is you control the messaging to the lead. Now, it's fine to drive people to a system that already has, let's say, a follow-up messages in place that immediately go to work for you. Matter of fact, that's what you would prefer. But you still want to be able to have people in that list so that if you want to invite them to tonight's webinar, if you want to invite them to a sales call, or you, Ruby, you decided that maybe this wasn't the offer for you for whatever reason, okay? And you no longer want to promote this. Or you love this, but you have found another offer. Because now you're not just becoming a marketer, you're becoming an entrepreneur. And you're not just buying into, hey, just promote this one thing. You're looking to develop multiple streams of income So now you have another offer or offers. You don't want to be able to go to that list of folks and say, hey, here is another product or another service or another offer or what have you. Okay, that's vitally important. So let me give you a couple of stories here. So a few years ago, Queen, we're promoting a particular offer. And boy, it was gangbusters. I think we wound up having a couple 100,000 folks on our team worldwide. And Queen, we had people making money that had never made money before. I know I made more money during that time than I'd ever made in any venture before. Actually, combined all the ventures I'd done up to that point. And then Queen, all of a sudden, with very little warning, that thing was gone. That company was gone. I mean, it was gone, like overnight gone. Okay? All right. Now, we had, not as big as it should have been, because we didn't know then what we know now, but we had a decent size list. And when we heard that that company was having problems, we heard through the grapevine that the company maybe had been shut down. We didn't quite know because the company never communicated to tell us anything that was going on. We found this out on a Friday, I think about 5:30 p.m. And we had a webinar that Friday at like 7:30 p.m., like 2 hours later. And we had, we can get 1,000 people on our normal webinar channel. We had 1,700. Not all people could see the screen. So like 700 people had to call in or what have you. 2-3 weeks later, when we came back to our audience and said, okay, here's what we're promoting now. Queen, we were the #1 income earners from day one with that other offer. Why? Because we had a responsive, not just a list, a responsive list. A responsive list. We had the horse. Even though the cart was doing very well, and I won't say we focused on the horse because there were things we didn't know back then. All right. So we still focused primarily on the cart, the offer, but we did have the presence of mind to begin building some list with that offer. Okay. This is what you want to focus on. All right. So now let's go to the next one. All right. So sends a prospect to the company page. Let me see. Let me go to YouTube and see if anybody's promoting this. Protector. Okay. Okay, so there are a few folks here that are promoting this on YouTube. All right, so there's a few folks here promoting this on YouTube. Now, here's another thing that I would say, and we may see the same thing with some other people's offers. Okay. All right, so one of the mistakes that's being made here that we want to correct, and I'll show you how to correct this, is you're sending prospects directly to your company page or your offer page. You want to send them to something that's going to allow you to capture the lead. Okay. Also, you want to send them to something that not only allows you to capture the lead, but starts to immediately communicate value to that lead. Okay. How do we develop a responsive list? One of the ways that we develop a responsive list is that we communicate consistently. We communicate consistently, and we communicate value consistently. Okay, so it's not just a pitch. It's not just a buy from me, buy from me, buy from me. It's not just a join me, join me, join me. Now, you may have a buy from me or a join me in your messaging, but that needs to be wrapped in value. Okay? So you may have, hey, get this from me or get that from me or what have you, but it needs to be wrapped in value. All right, so I'm going to make sure, who was that? Was that Ruby? I'll make sure, Ruby, that you have a solution so you can continue to promote your pet protector offer, all right, but we want to change how you're promoting. All right, somebody is promoting 7K metals. So let's take a look at this real quickly. All right. So 7K metals, this looks like a, what do they call that silver? Queen, you remember? Yeah, there's a word for the silver. Anyway, in any event. Okay. So join us. All right, so we're seeing the same thing, right? We're seeing the same thing that we're sending people directly to the offer. I don't need to rehash that. What you want to have is some way that you can capture the lead. So let's lead into a second mistake that we're seeing here. Okay, we also saw this with Pet Protector, and we see this more often than not. All right, you're going to see this a lot as you see other marketers marketing. One of the other things here that we want to guard against, all right, I would call this a marketing mistake. And if I'm featuring your page, don't take it personally, okay? We do not want to expose the name of our offer prematurely, okay? What most marketers do is they expose what they're promoting, the name of what they're promoting prematurely. Now, what do we mean by prematurely? And then we'll talk about exposing the name, because, or how else am I going to get people to join me? How else am I going to get people to buy from me? Well, we'll talk about that. That's where the prematurely comes in. Okay. All right. So we don't want to lead in and expose the name of the offer prematurely. All right. Prematurely means that we've exposed the name of the offer before we have captured the lead and before we have presented the lead with value. Okay? So it's premature for us to talk about what the offer is, the name of the offer, if we've not collected the lead and if we've not presented this lead with value. So the lead starts to like us, respect us, and trust us. So let me show you what often happens when we expose the name of the offer prematurely. All right. First off, we'll see here. All right. They talk about the compensation plan. Look at this. All right. Here's a problem. Right here on the company's page is a YouTube video. So let me tell you what will often happen when you lead in with the name of the company prematurely. In this case, the company has a YouTube video. Queen, all I've got to do is left click right here on YouTube.
In the next few minutes.
It takes me right to YouTube, right? Now, all of a sudden, I see some dude named Doel Garcia. I don't know who this dude is. Is he the owner of the company? Is he the master distributor? I have no idea. Let's see. I hope he's not. If this is a company video, I'm hoping they don't have. Okay, good. Good. They don't have any referral links here. That's good. All right. All right. But what you could have happen is a person clicks on YouTube. At worst, this is what we see. I'm sorry, at best, what we see here, Queen, is look over here to the right-hand side. What do we see? We see all these other people that are promoting this offer. Now, if you've not captured the lead, if you've not brought value to this person, they just saw something in their inbox. Maybe they just saw something that you posted on Facebook or you sent out an email or what have you, and they have, let's say they have no connection with you. So it's not like they feel beholden that if I'm going to join 7K Metals, I need to join it with you. Queen and I have a relationship such that if I'm promoting a particular offer and she knows I'm promoting that offer, if she's going to join that offer, she's only going to join it with me. If Queen is promoting a specific offer and I know she's promoting that specific offer, if I'm going to join or buy, I'm only going to do it from through her. Okay? Well, right now, you may not have that type of relationship. So, by sending them the 7K medals, one, you've exposed the offer. They've made it very easy for a person just to go and click on YouTube. And right here, now you are in competition with Troy LeCaux. You are in competition maybe with Gary Norris. You are in competition with whoever this person is. So now what happens is, let's say a person is genuinely intrigued by this offer and they click on this 7K medals overview.
Hello, my name is Josh Anderson, and I'm so excited.
All right, and they start watching this, and they like the information here. And let's see. That one doesn't have it, but there's somebody on here I'm sure has their referral link.
Hey guys, glad you could find my video.
There we go, right here. Look. Right here, this guy's promoting his referral link. So now, because you've exposed the offer, a person, if they're intrigued, they may go to YouTube or they may go to Google. And let's say that the person you just exposed the offer to is in his or her 20s or early 30s. And now they see this picture of a guy who looks like he's in his 20s, early 30s. They feel like they connect with this guy. They watch his video. They like his video. They feel like he brings value. And now what happens is they wind up left clicking there, and then they go and join with this dude instead of you. And how do I know that happens every day of the week? Because virtually everything that I have promoted online since 2008, 2009, I would go to YouTube and I would cut video after video after video after video after video, knowing that there would be people that would hear about the offer, let's say 7K medals, and then they would want to go to YouTube and check it out. And I would have videos, many cases on the front page, second page, third page. This last offer, Queen, where the company let me down, I had over 60 videos. 60 videos. Queen, I personally recruited over 300 and some odd, but I know that about half of those were not in my original list. About half of those came from people that heard about the offer, went to YouTube, and guess who was there? Yours truly. But, if you're not the YouTube dude or you're not the YouTube dudette, and they're not going to find you on YouTube, you run the risk when you expose the name of the offer prematurely that even if the company did not have this video here, people are now programmed to Google or to YouTube. And so now when they go into YouTube and they find a skilled marketer on YouTube, and some marketers, Queen, they'll say, hey, if you join my team, this is what we'll do. And now all of a sudden you're competing. Look, you're not just competing against all the other network marketers that are promoting all their other stuff. Right now you're competing against leaders in your own company. So, we do not want to expose the name of the offer prematurely. I'll give you a solution for that. Don't worry about that. I'll give you a solution for that. All right. How do we get beyond that? Okay. All right. We'll give you a solution for that. All right. Let's see. Somebody else was promoting. But oh, by the way, before we go on, is this making sense, guys and guyettes? If you're picking up stuff, if you're seeing some value, put a V in your questions box. Value, I'm getting it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. By the way, I'm giving you some problems. I'm going to give you the solutions in just a few moments. Okay, bear with me. Let me get a little water here. All right, so this one is very interesting because I know somebody else who's promoting this particular offer, but they had a different page. So maybe this company has a number of different pages that they can choose from. So somebody's promoting a $25 legacy. All right, so once again, this right here is a challenge because we are promoting the name of the company prematurely before we've captured a lead. All right. Your rapid residual income platform, and they've got the YouTube video. Again, a lot of people right there, they would just click on YouTube. All right, and let's see who. I don't know who gave this to me. Was this Ramon who gave this to me, or was this somebody else? Okay, good. He doesn't have his link there, but let's see. Are there other people? Yep, you see, somebody else showed me the money with $25 legacy, $25 legacy review. All right, so so now you're competing against all these folks that already have YouTube videos up, and if you don't have any YouTube videos, you run the risk of losing potential recruits, losing potential sales to somebody in your company. And again, how do I know? Because Queen, I think since about 2011, 2012, anything that I have promoted, I have personally enrolled over 100 folks, and sometimes 200-300 folks. You know, when you remember when DS Domination first launched, Queen, e-commerce offer. Well, my sponsor Jeff White told me about DS Domination, said this thing was going to launch. I found out the name of the company, and guess what I started doing? I started making videos. So by the time the company launched, the first week that the company was in existence, after they had launched, I think I was the only one that had any videos on it. And then after like going into week 2, on the front page, either it was me or somebody on my team. And so when it first got started, because we were part of a larger team, but you know we were one of the fastest growing teams because of YouTube. I just got someone today, Queen, an offer that I have not promoted in almost 3 years. I just got someone today who opted into my email list, and the only way they could have seen that, the only way they could have known about that list was they had to have seen one of my YouTube videos that I posted 3 years ago. 3 years ago. Okay? How do you compete with that if you're not the YouTuber? Now, in time, for those of you that follow us intimately, we're going to show you how you can have YouTube videos even if you don't put your face on camera. Even if you don't even have your voice on camera. We'll show you how to do that, all right? Because I want you to leverage video because that's been such a big part of our marketing. But that's not the focus of today. All right, so let's get back here. Let's get started now. Yeah, this is the one. This is the one I saw. Okay, because somebody else sent this one to me. And so as I was talking with another marketer on Facebook that was promoting the same offer, and I was just kind of looking around, and I clicked here where it says $25 legacy. And look at what we find here, Queen. We find a link that takes us to Facebook, to a Facebook page about this particular offer. So now when I click on here, Queen, it takes me to this Facebook group. Give me a moment. It takes me to this Facebook group. And guess what it shows me, Queen? It shows me that I've got 4 of my friends that are members of this particular Facebook group. So now if someone sends me to $25 legacy and I don't know them, maybe or I don't have a real strong connection with them. Maybe we're Facebook friends, but I don't really know them. Okay? But I know Agnes. I know Roderica. All right. I know them fairly well. All right. From the standpoint of online, we've done business before with Agnes. We've done business before with Roderica. I just met Nitsa not long ago, and I remember Sai, but I know these 2 ladies. So now, remember that in many cases, when you're doing business online, You're doing business with people that you really don't have that much of a relationship with. So if someone sent me to $25 legacy, right there on their page, right there on the page, they say find us on Facebook, but what you just did is you just exposed all of these folks. And even though the group is closed, Queen, all I got to do is click on this person. And all of a sudden, maybe I see some other members, and maybe I know Denise, or I know Thomas, or I know Jimmy. Oh man, I didn't know Jimmy was in this thing. Let me get a hold of Jimmy. Let me find out how good this thing is. And then if I really like it, who am I going to join with? Jimmy. Are we seeing mistakes that we've been making in our marketing that could be costing us recruits? Could be costing us sales. Okay? All right. So, I want to, let's see. I think there were a few more folks that put the links in here. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay, there's another one here, so let me go to this one. It's not so much about your offer. Notice I'm not critiquing how good or how good it is not. That's not the word I wanted to use. What the heck just happened? Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Something happened. Oh, there we go. It's not about the offer that we're talking about. We're talking about how we're promoting the offer. Okay. Let me just a moment here. New company. Okay, so right here, we now see the name of the company, right? Right down here. Valentis. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on and I'm going to opt in. Give me a moment here.
It's no secret that people love coffee.
All right, so this is a coffee offer. All right, now, there was an opportunity for me to opt in. I want to go real quickly to my email address, and I want to see what happened. What happened when I opted in. So bear with me. Let me log into my account. All right, so what just happened here is I just got an email from opting in. All right, so Robert, I want you to do me a favor. So Robert, I see you got your name here. That's good. Robert, have you gone through, can you control the messaging that goes out to this lead? So I just opted in. Can you send me, if you didn't want to promote Valentis tomorrow, or not that you stopped promoting Valentis, but you have something else that you want me to check out, can you shoot me an email because I just opted in? Do you see Robert answering? Okay, so Robert, is this lead coming into your own autoresponder, or does the company own the autoresponder? Okay. Okay, so it's a company-owned autoresponder. So Robert, if you left the company, all right, if you decided you no longer wanted to be with this particular company, and you stopped paying your monthly auto ship or what have you, what happens to the leads? The company keeps them, or is there any way for you to take those leads with you? Company-owned. Oh, that's what he said before. Okay. All right. So if the company owns the lead, we certainly see that is a challenge. There's nothing wrong with you, again, promoting the offer. All right. But we want to change how. We want to change how we are promoting the offer. All right. So now with what we've covered, because we need to give you some solutions also. All right. So let's just kind of rehearse some of the things that we've seen here so far. Okay. So some of the mistakes we've seen is marketers leading in with their offer page with no capture mechanism. All right, so you always want to make sure that you are capturing the lead. That's the horse. The offer itself is the cart. Offers come and go. Okay? Offers will disappoint. It's rare in this day and age that a person is with an offer for years and years and years. It happens. It's rare. I was very proud of a buddy of mine named Kevin. He's been with Ambit Energy for 9 years now, Queen. And he's got a nice 6-figure residual income because they have a bunch of utility customers, all right, energy customers. But that's rare to be able to say, hey, I've been with the company now for 9 years. Before the internet, it wasn't rare. That's what happened. You were with Amway, or you were with Melaleuca, or you were with Avon, or Mary Kay, or Primerica, or Prepaid Legal, now Legal Shield. Now with the internet, there's a lot of turnover, all right? So you have to have a way to capture the lead to build your responsive list. So when you add to your income producing portfolio, you already have people that are willing to listen to you because they like, respect, and trust you, okay? So that's one of the mistakes that we see that folks are making. We also see that folks are exposing the name of their offer prematurely, meaning before they have the lead and before they have brought any value. So if you're promoting Valentis and people know you're promoting Valentis and they go to YouTube and they see other people promoting Valentis, why should they join Robert? Why join Robert? Why not join the dude or the duet that they're seeing on YouTube that's got 3 videos, 15 videos, 20 videos, or what have you? Why should they join you? This is why you want to bring them some value. So now, because we all are governed by the laws of the universe. The laws of the universe say, if you want to get, you got to give. All right? The laws of the universe say, if you want to reap, you must sow. Give value so you can get the recruit, get the sale, get the commissions, what have you. Okay? So we don't want to expose the name of the offer prematurely because we are at risk of people going on to YouTube or Google, checking out that offer because you told them to check it out, and then they find someone that they resonate with that's pretty skilled at doing YouTube videos or what have you, and they wind up joining them instead of joining you, and you don't even know it. Okay? All right, so number 3, give me a moment. Marketers leading the offer page, no capture mechanism. We talked about that. Exposing the offer prematurely. Okay, here's the third one. Now, I would not have said this one a few weeks ago because I didn't have the type of tool that we now have. All right, but I will say this now. I believe a mistake going forward would be to lead in with a Queen. I can hear you typing in the background. Okay. I think it's a mistake now to lead in with your network marketing company as a lead in, okay? And here's why. So if we take a look at some of the things that some of you are promoting. Okay, so Robert, I'll start here with Robert. So Robert is promoting Valentis, which is a healthy coffee. I think it's a weight loss coffee offer. Okay. Well, what if, Robert, I'm in Organo Gold, which is a healthy coffee offer? Immediately, how can you monetize that relationship? My coffee is better than your coffee. My coffee will help you lose weight. Well, my coffee has, this nutritional benefit. My daddy can beat your daddy. My daddy can beat your daddy. And see, now you've got friction as opposed to cooperation. Or what if a person is not into precious metals? Maybe they don't get it. Maybe they don't understand it. Maybe they don't understand why precious metals is such an important part of their income producing and maybe even investment portfolio. That when there is uncertainty in fiat money, in paper money, cash is trash money, that oftentimes people look at a safe haven to silver and gold. They may not get that yet. They may not understand that yet. Or what if they are in another company that also has this offer? Or what if they're all about nutrition? They're all about weight loss. Or they prefer cryptocurrencies as opposed to precious metals because, hey, with Bitcoin, I can spend that online. With having silver or gold, that's not something I can tender for goods and services. All right. So what happens is when you lead in with your network marketing offer, this is what my buddy was trying to get me to get over 10 years ago. Boy, I got a hard head. And what another buddy was trying to get me to get 3 years ago. But see, I was doing really well on just my traditional network marketing offer. So I was like, I did what I was doing because it was working. Okay? If you lead in with your network marketing offer, you immediately reduce your pool of prospects. See, you've got to think this through. Our target market, if we're in network marketing, if we're in MLM, if we're in affiliate marketing where we can either sell product or recruit other affiliates to also sell product, okay? Our target market would be other marketers. See, I don't want to talk to my aunt, who I love dearly. I don't want to talk to my Aunt Jan and my Aunt Barbara. I love them dearly. About my business from a standpoint of trying to recruit them. Because as much as they love me and as much as I love them, I know, Queen, you know my Aunt Barbara, you know my Aunt Jan. Queen, they don't have an entrepreneurial bone in their body. My Aunt Barbara, I love her dearly. She wants to be comfortable. She wants to have enough money to take care of her bills. She wants to have enough money to help people here and there. But Queen, and we've had this discussion, if she had too much money, she says it would complicate her life, and she doesn't want her life to be complicated. Okay? I don't want to have a conversation with someone that they're going to ask me, is this one of them their pyramids? I don't want to have to deal with that. I only want to focus on folks that have already bought into building a home business, building an internet business, building a network marketing or an MLM or an affiliate business or what have you. So, Queen, what that means is we need to be prospecting other marketers. But now here is the downside to prospecting other marketers. They are already marketing something. So the moment you say Valentis Coffee and they're promoting weight loss or they're promoting nutrition or they're promoting cryptocurrencies, there is this wall that comes up. And so then what happens is, so you send them the link about Valentis Coffee and they send you their link about 7K metals. All right, and you send them something about people losing weight because of the coffee, and they send you something about why you need to have silver in your portfolio because cash is trash, and what happens when China stops taking U.S. debt, which, by the way, Queen, China has been selling U.S. debt. Japan is now the number one debt holder because China's been selling off U.S. assets, okay? All right, so now you're getting to this back and forth. So here's what I'm doing in my business. You're big boys, big girls. But what I'm doing with my business is instead of leading with my network marketing opportunity, I'm leading in I am leading in with a responsive list building tool / resource, because this is something that anybody marketing anything can leverage, can use to build their own responsive list. And as they start to build a responsive list, then as they've brought value to that list, that's when you can say, hey, take a look at my Valentis coffee. Take a look at my 7K metals. Take a look at my, what was the other one? There was another one here, whatever that other one was, $25 legacy, okay? And now when you're talking to your list, it's coming from a friend, someone who has brought value, as opposed to just some other marketer. All right, so these are the three main things. We see this all the time. We see marketers leading in with their offer page. We see them exposing their offer prematurely and not capturing the lead. In some cases, there is a lead capture, as we saw on Valentis. There was a lead capture. The problem with the lead capture, and there was also with the pet protector, the problem with the lead capture here is the marketer wasn't the one collecting the lead. It was the company. By the way, Queen, you think the company did that by design? Yeah. So here you are spending sweat equity on Facebook and Twitter to get people to the site. They capture the lead. It's their lead. Or maybe you're even doing paid marketing to get people to the site. And maybe you get the sale. Maybe you get the recruit. But they get the real asset, the lead. There was a young lady, she's promoting skinny body care, okay? Same thing here. You put in your name and your email, and I opted into that one, okay? And it turns out that I know the guy who owns the company. I've done business, Queen, with the guy who owns the company. The guy who owns the company used to be a systems developer, and he developed a system for one of our business interests years ago. Good guy. When I opted in to the offer, I got an immediate email from the system. Not from the marketer, from the system. Meaning that if she ever leaves the company, guess what the company has? The lead. All right, so we want to stop putting the cart before the horse. All right, so up until a few weeks ago, I could have given you these tips and could have just told you, hey, here's some mistakes or some challenges in marketing, but I really didn't have a solution to share with you up until a few weeks ago, okay? We have that solution now, all right? We have that solution, and this solution is going to allow you to build a very responsive list. And let's go to that as we start to round third, and we'll get into some optional Q&A, okay? All right, so what happened is we've been in beta test for 3 years with a mobile marketing system. And we were given the green light to go on and produce a funnel for whatever it is that we wanted to promote. Well, initially, Queen, when we started building out the funnel, we started building it out generically. And then an offer came across our desk back in June of this year, and it was a network marketing offer. And we thought, boy, if this company delivers on what they're saying, this might be the biggest network marketing company in a few years, period, because of what they were saying. So then we went away from what we should have been doing, which is being generic, and we put together a mobile marketing system around this specific network marketing offer. Well, unfortunately, after about 6 months, the company just didn't deliver, okay? And so then it was like, oh man, the company didn't deliver. You know what? We're going to go back to what we should have been doing to start with, and that is leading generically. Now, so what has happened is there's a system that has been developed. This system is not a new system. It's new to the marketplace, but it's been under development for 3 years, okay? And I've been part of the beta test group that was there for these last 3 years. So now what this system is a mobile marketing engine. It allows you to start building the most responsive of all lists, which is an SMS text messaging list. So now, Queen, somebody goes to your, let's say you have the tool, you have the system, somebody goes to your system, they opt in with their name and their cell phone number. They can't fudge that one. Meaning on an email opt-in can easily be fudged. What you just saw me do a few moments ago when I opted in, Queen, I opted in with a real email address, but I didn't opt in with my primary email address. I opted in with an email address I used to opt into stuff, but I don't want to get all that stuff coming to my regular email box. So, Queen, that's not an email box that I actually check regularly. I only normally opt in to see what other marketers are doing, to see what they're presenting, and to see if their system is sending me emails from an autoresponder that they own, or if it's something coming from the company, in which case they don't own the lead. Well, with our system here, Queen, can't fudge this one, because in order for you to get into the system is going to send you a PIN code via text. So we know that when someone opts into your system, you've got a real verified mobile lead. Let me say that again. You've got a real verified mobile lead. That is far more intimate and far more precious than just an email lead. And I'm not here to foo-foo-y on email marketing. Now, one of the reasons this is so important is because as we deal with marketers and we say, okay, hey, you need a lead capture mechanism. Then the question is, how do I set up a lead capture page? All right. Well, there's systems out there. There's some free systems. Be mindful that you often get what you pay for. So just because it's free doesn't mean it's good. Oftentimes it's the reverse. Okay. There's some free capture page systems out there. There's some paid capture page systems. My favorite one is $97 a month. I would not be, actually I spend more than that because I've got the upgraded package, but I would not be without that capture page system for my email marketing. But then even if you get a capture page system now, you've got to link it up to an email autoresponder if you're collecting emails. And if you're not a techie, that might be a little issue. So Queen, with our system, guess what? You don't have to worry about that. You've got a lead capture mechanism. You're capturing cell phone leads. You don't have to set anything up. It's ready to go out of the box. Then what you want to have is you want to have a follow-up series of messages that go to your lead, that person that just opted in. Now, you don't want it to be salesman-y or saleswoman-y, okay? You don't want it to just be a pitch, buy, join. You do want something that offers value so that people look forward to your messages, okay? And then, because people are looking forward to your messages, now you can start to ease in whatever it is that you are promoting. Now it's coming from someone who's more of a friend that has offered value as opposed to just some other marketer promoting some other thing. All right, so now here is what our system gets you. We call it RAS, all right? What our system is designed to get you is more leads, more sales, and more recruits. It is a generic mobile marketing system. It allows you to appeal to the larger marketing universe. So when you lead in with your network marketing company, you are immediately shrinking your universe of potential prospects because you're leading in with 7K Metals, which is a precious metals network marketing company, but somebody else is more into nutrition, or they're into weight loss, or they're into healthy coffee, or they're into utilities, or what have you. When you lead now in with a generic mobile marketing system or generic system period that says, hey, what are you promoting? Let me help you get more leads. Let me help you get more sales. Let me help you get more recruits for your offer. Immediately the walls start to come down and you start to engender cooperation versus friction. Our system allows you to build the most responsive of all lists. I don't care what you're marketing. If you don't have a list, you're only going to have so much success. If you don't have a list that you own and that you control, your success is going to be limited. Have there been people that have promoted an offer without a list and made decent money, maybe even good money with that company? Yes. But then if something happened to the company, How did they effectively communicate with their folks? You must have a list that you own and you control, meaning you can control the messaging, and no matter what happens to your network marketing company, whether it's here today and gone tomorrow or not, that list is still yours as long as you continue to pay whatever the leasing is. So for instance, I've had my email autoresponder since 2003. All right, since 2003, I'm not going to be without my email autoresponder. Even though my focus now is more on mobile marketing, I'm still going to keep my email autoresponder. Why? Because I've got thousands upon thousands of leads in there. And so I'm going to continue to pay my lease on a month-to-month basis for that system, all right, for my email list system, because it makes me money because I'm building a responsive list. Now, in our 3 years of beta testing, we saw something that blew us away, that we got far quicker responses, much more responsiveness from an SMS text messaging list than an email list. And so even though I've got an email list into the tens of thousands, I can actually get more results from a much, much, much smaller SMS text messaging list, because the stats say that 90+% of all SMS text messages are actually viewed, actually read. Whereas in email marketing, only about 5% of those of us in the network marketing, affiliate marketing, internet marketing space, only about 5% of our emails are going to actually get opened up. Okay, 90% view versus 5% view. You don't even have to have the same amount of leads to get even better results. Our system also allows you, once you adopt our system, adopt our tool, it allows you to actually come into the system and purchase mobile opt-in leads. And let me tell you why this is so important. We all have to have leads, right? We all have to have leads coming to our offer. Whether you self-generate them by doing sweat equity approaches, going into Facebook or putting on YouTube videos or blogging, or whether you pay for leads with paid marketing, solo ads, pay-per-click advertising, Facebook paid advertising, what have you. We all have to have leads. Now, the challenge with most marketers is they don't know how to generate good quality leads. Okay, and we want all of you to develop that skill set of generating good quality leads, whether you're doing it through Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or what have you. Okay, we want you to get really good at that in time. But we know that people need to have a jump start. So inside of our system, we have an internal lead generation mechanism where you can simply go in our system. Now, you have to have the tool. All right, you have to adopt the tool. You have to get the tool. Inside of our system, you can go and you can purchase not just traffic. Traffic is just people going to your site, seeing your site. Then they have to opt in, which they may or may not do. What we're talking about being able to purchase are actual opt-ins where someone doesn't just go to your site. They click on the link and they opt in with their name, their cell phone number, and then they verify that it is their cell phone number by entering the system, entering the PIN that is texted to them. So if you know nothing about lead generation and you're using our system, you can purchase leads right from the system. The first purchase that I made, I'm not saying this is going to happen for you. I think it was 19 opt-ins from that one purchase. All right, you tend to get about 15 to 20 opt-ins for each purchase. I got 19 opt-ins from that one purchase, and I was promoting RAS. All right, and I think I got 4 sales of RAS from those 19, and that more than paid for by 4 times, more than paid for my purchase. And then obviously I'll get some residual income from that will more than make up for that as well. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to get 4 sales. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just giving you my results. I just made a purchase, Queen, yesterday, and already I've gotten some opt-ins as a result. And I've already had one person I know that has taken advantage of what we call a tripwire offer, which you'll learn about as you take our tour. Okay, this is a real big one right here. If anybody said, hey, I'm having a problem getting leads, I would say get RAS and your lead generation problems are solved because you can come into our system and you can buy mobile opt-in leads. All right. The other thing that you get is you're going to be able to promote your current offer. All right. We don't want to lead in with that current offer. Well, you can. I mean, you're big boys and big girls. You can choose to disregard everything I've said. But I hope you understand now why you don't want to lead in with your offer. I'm not telling you to stop promoting your offer. What I'm saying is let's lead in with something that's generic, that anyone that's promoting anything could find value in. Get them in your system. Let your system start to develop a relationship because of the autoresponder messages that are already in place. You start to see that they maybe are starting to respond to some of those messages. Now you know you've got a hotter lead. And now you can begin doing the personalized touch by sending them messages about your offer and what have you. And we'll even share other things you can do so they can go to your offer, whatever your offer happens to be. So you're going to be able to promote your current offers and any future offers more effectively. Why? Because you focused on the horse. You start developing a responsive list. Okay? And once you develop a responsive list, you can now go to that responsive list about any offer. And a percentage of your list will at least listen to what you have to say. And here's the really big piece also, all right, is the fact that our system pays 4 ways. So the whole idea is for you to be able to leverage our system so that you don't make the same marketing mistakes that so many people are making. They're leading in with an offer. They're exposing the name of the offer prematurely before they've captured the lead, before they've started to bring value and develop a relationship with that person. Okay, they don't know how to get leads into a system, how to get opt-ins where you can come and just buy those. That's not a problem there. All right, but here's the thing: you could have the biggest list, you could have a responsive list, and here's the reality. The reality is, at the most, you're going to get 5% of your list to buy your product or join your primary offer. That's at the most. So if you've got 1,000 folks in your list, you might, perhaps you might get 50 to buy or join. That would be 5%. In most cases, you won't get the 5%. I'm talking about the top of the top marketers might get 5%. Okay, so even if you got 5%, that means that 95% are not going to join your business. Now, we just have to accept that. Those are the numbers, and there's not much that any of us can do about those numbers. But there is something that can be done about the potential of monetizing a percentage of the 95 that don't join you. And so this is one of the things that I really love about RAS, is that it pays 4 ways. And there's a couple of ways that it pays that you could develop just from those ways a 6 or maybe even a 7-figure business if no one ever joined your primary offer on the back end. If all they did was got RAS and they used RAS to promote their offer, and you had enough folks in your RAS network that did that. And this is not a full-blown MLM. All right, so it doesn't compete against your MLM or your network marketing company. All right, but you can generate far more money with RAS promoting it as a tool than you probably will be able to generate being a top marketer with your network marketing company. And just think this through real quickly, and we'll start the round 3. Just think this through. During the gold rush, who made the most money? The people going out mining for gold, the people promoting a specific network marketing offer, or was it the people selling the tools and the resources, the mining equipment, the mining apparel? I mean, there are companies, I believe Levi Strauss that's a jeans company, came out of that era where they were selling jeans to people that wanted to go and mine for gold. The people that made the most money were the ones that offered the tools and resources. My buddy tried to get me to see that 10 years ago. Another buddy tried to get me to see that 3 years ago. My head was hard. I was stubborn. I pray that you won't be as stubborn as I was, okay? All right, so here's what I want you to do, okay? If you have never taken our RAS tour, so we've got a tour, you go, there's a 2-minute video, you watch it, you opt in with your name and your cell phone number, and then that takes you on to a tour. There's going to be a 12-minute training module after you've opted in. At the end of that training module, there's going to be a tripwire offer. If you don't know what a tripwire offer is, that module will explain what a tripwire offer is, why you want to have a tripwire offer. That was another thing that we see. Most network marketers do not have a tripwire offer, which is a major mistake. Most network marketers don't even know what a tripwire offer is. It's more of an internet marketing concept, not so much a network marketing concept, but it needs to be a network marketing. So you'll want to take that tour. You want to take advantage of the tripwire offer so that it opens up the full tour to you. There's going to be an opportunity for you to fill out an application so that as you fill out that application, we're able to better determine where you are in your business and what we can do to assist you in taking your business to the next level. After you've done that, you'll be able to take the full tour. You'll find out about how you make the money. Even if people don't join you, you'll find out about our system, how our system is going to help you build a responsive list. And from that, how you're going to be able to promote, this offer, that offer, whatever offers that you might be promoting. Again, you'll find out about how you could potentially develop a 6 or 7 figure biz, even if people do not join your primary offer. And it'll also talk about pricing. We never talk about pricing until someone has gone through the system. One, because we have a non-disclosure agreement or NDA. So you'll want to go through that system. At worst, everybody should go through that system. Now, some of you have already opted in, but you've not completed your tour. And for those of you that have done that, then you can go to rasonpc.com. Of course, the HTTP stuff. rasonpc.com. Now, if you've not taken our tour, going here won't do you a lick of good, okay? But if you've taken our tour, but you haven't finished it, go to rasonpc, re-enter your cell phone number and your PIN code, and then the system will take you back to wherever you left off, all right? And so RAS is going to be the solution to you no longer having to lead in with your company's presentation page because it's premature. You no longer have to lead in and not capture the lead, not potentially capture the lead, because you'll have the lead capture system with RAS, okay? And now, as people opt in, you start building the horse, your responsive list. Now you can talk to that responsive list about anything, but because the system is designed to immediately start to deliver value to your opt-in, now when you talk about whatever it is your offer is, you're talking about it from more of a friend standpoint as opposed to just some other marketer, giving you a better chance that if they're going to join, that they're going to join with you. And if they're going to buy, they're going to buy with you. Ladies and gentlemen, we pray that we have brought you some value for your time here on our webinar. I am finished with the content, and looks like I went over a little bit. All right, but I'm finished with the content, and we'll open things up for Q&A. Queen, let's call it 15 minutes. And if you already have RAS, do